Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. And welcome back to Yakima, Washington. Right, we're going to go, I just fueled up, we're going to go pick up our job. And we're taking some stuff to Olympia, which is to the west. We're in the center of the state. Just about dead center in the state. And I wanted to go to Kennewick or Grand Coulee or Spokane where, we've discovered this city, but I don't think we've taken anything to Spokane yet. So I wanted to go to Grand Coulee or Kennewick. Nothing going to either of these destinations from Yakima. So we're going to Olympia. That'll take us through Longview. So we've got 4 cities over here to discover. We're going to get 2 of them today. And then back to the east, we have these 2 other cities to discover. They're nowhere near each other. So that's going to be, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Right. We are in our Viper 389 flat top 36-inch coffin box sleeper. Get it fired up. Lights on. I think we do need a mini map, right? Is that correct? Yeah, we don't have GPS in this whip. So, brake is off. Put her in gear and very carefully pull away from these pumps. I had a bit of an incident getting into the pumps. Right. It's Friday for me. It's Saturday for you. I hope your week went well. Hope your weekend is going good. I am looking forward to a weekend. It definitely feels like a Friday. It is just going on 10 a.m. here. And man, I'm ready for this Friday to be over. I really am. It's not bad. There's nothing bad going on. It's not like that. It's just one of those Fridays that, I don't know. I could have done without this Friday. I maybe should have bounced yesterday in the evening. Started my weekend early. Right. Make our turn here. Right about through there. There we go. That worked out. And this truck does have that mod Caterpillar 3408 V8, and I love it. I think it sounds fantastic. Right, so we get right up here. Yeah, we're not going too far to pick up. So, right, how's everybody doing? It's been, let's talk about gaming. It's been an interesting gaming week, and I think the biggest thing for me was Seasons was released for Farm Simulator 19. And I was really looking forward to it, and I guess, I think YouTube has impacted the way that I game. It's changed the way that I game. Not in a good or bad way. I mean, obviously in a good way because I get to make these videos, but in a bad way? Nah, that might be too strong a word for it. But it complicates things. Because I have to think a lot more about, how does this work in with the channel? And I know you all like to see new things, and I like to do new things for you. But using Seasons as an example, the only 2 maps that work at the moment are the base maps, which are awful. Everybody knows that. Now, I'm on Greenwich Valley, which is a fantastic map. I fired up Greenwich Valley with Seasons, and it was a little bit broken. Not terribly. Just a little bit. Some minor texture errors. And I thought about just playing it that way, right? Because that's legit. This is the official release from the map maker with Seasons, and it's got some just some goofy stuff with the trees, but the game itself functions and works just fine, right? I thought, let's do that, and then I thought, no, I can't do that because it's too pretty a map. It's too well made, and there's too much time and effort put into it. I'm not going to play it with it looking broken like that. That's that's not fair to the map maker. It's not cool. So right about that time, and this is only like a day or 2 after Seasons was released, right about that time, somebody flips me a link to an unauthorized, I don't even want to call it a mod of the map. They just fixed it. They relocated a couple textures, I think renamed a couple things. I took a look at it in Giants Editor. They fixed it. That's all. They didn't modify it. They just fixed it. But it's still not authorized. And I got to thinking about all the, I don't want to call it controversy, maybe. Was it controversy? That might be, that might be overstating it. But controversy when Oakfield was released for FS19 unauthorized conversion. And I think, well, that was a big conversion because it needed to be ported over to 19, and that's a pretty comprehensive project. Versus getting Greenwich Valley ready for Seasons, which is really not a comprehensive project. It was just, like I said, switching a couple things. But it is exactly the same. It is an unauthorized mod. And some people take that very, very seriously. And then other people are like, oh, come on. And I realized I was doing the same thing. I was. Right? Like Oakfield, that's a big deal. But, Greenwich, that's not a big deal. And the only reason I was saying that is because I wanted to record it, put it up on the channel. So I had to have a think about that. And I actually did record a video with Seasons with the unauthorized conversion.
You have arrived at your destination.
Moment, please. Pull right up in here. Let's pick up our job. Right. And we are taking dried fruit? Is that it? Dried fruit? Yeah. We're taking it to Olympia. Let's pick a trailer here. Let's pick something interesting. FedEx is shipping dried fruit. Oh, Jesus, I have a lot of trailers. Why do I have so many trailers? What's going on here? I'm just going to do this quick and dirty. Let's get going. I don't want to sort through all of these. Holy smokes. General Mills, that works. That is where we are. So let's do it. That one and that one. Man, I did not want that to turn into a thing, as it can happen. Right. And we're going that way. Can we get there that way? It's a pretty big facility. So I recorded that video. I uploaded it to the channel, but left it private. And took a look at it. I reviewed it and realized, like, no. The channel's seen some nice growth lately. And on the one hand, that makes me want to push for more and more and more. Let's strike while the iron is hot, as they say. Let's keep it going. And then another part of me is like, no, man, don't be greedy. You've had some nice growth. Don't mess it up by courting controversy. Don't mess it up by pushing your luck. So I did delete that video, and we'll stick with Gaislesburg, which is not converted to Seasons, and we'll run it without Seasons for the moment. And we will, I don't know when. I mean, I'm already seeing maps converted to Seasons, so apparently it doesn't take too awful long to do it. So, where's our job? There it is. So Greenwich Valley will be converted soon enough. Gaislesburg will be converted soon enough. And we'll go from there. But in the meantime, we are going to stay legit and do things the right way. I talk a lot about respect on the channel. And, yeah, it's the fair thing to do. It's the right thing to do. So that is what is going on with Farm Simulator and Seasons. Seasons is awesome, by the way. It really is. It's probably 2 to 3 times bigger as far as functionality compared to Season 17. Let's get hooked up here. Yeah, probably 2 to 3 times bigger. And it's just unbelievably comprehensive as far as what it does. Now, how do we get out of here? I think we'll just loop around to the left. And we'll have to pass back through that gate. I think the first one will be... well, we'll just deal with them as we get to them. So yeah, I'm super excited for Seasons, and I'm also considering, in fact, I'm just about, yeah, we're okay over there. Oh, are we okay over here? And we're okay over here. Woo! I've just about decided that we're going to have one Seasons map going at any given moment and one non-Seasons map. Reason being, Seasons slows things down so dramatically. And I remember on Coldborough Park and Domus Laskowitz and some of the other maps that we did in 17 with Seasons, that it really can be kind of tricky and kind of challenging to play a Seasons map on YouTube. So maybe we'll do one with, one without. I say maybe, but I've already decided. We'll do one with and one without. Carefully. Carefully. Carefully, I said. I think that was just the curb. I hope. Right. So that is Farm Sim. That's what's going on there. What else is going on? Squad. That game Squad, man. I thought it was a full retail game. I guess it is. But it's also updating like constantly. and it might be early access. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. I'm wondering if we should go third person for this. I kind of don't want to do that. Yeah, let's... Oh, that's not so bad. Okay. Skin it right through there. Skin it right back through there. Okay, we got it. I guess it is early access. Or it's not. I don't know. Something's going on with Squad. But the game is patching and updating, like, seriously, once or twice a week. And there'll be a big patch, like a couple of gig, and that takes, like, I don't know, an hour and a half to upload, to upload, to update, to upload and update. It takes like an hour and a half. But then there'll be these smaller patches that are like 500 meg, and they also take an hour and a half. And then I had one come in today, it was like 35 meg, and it took 40 minutes. Because I guess when it does that, it like unpacks the entire game. Like the whole game is compressed on your hard drive, whatever hard drive you have it on. And when you update it, it unpacks everything, makes the changes, and then repacks it again. It's not the most efficient system, I have to say. It's because Steam is down at that point, and really my machine is down forever. So I have to find other things to do. Now you can pause it, but I hate doing that, and I worry that it's going to cause integrity problems in the files later, so I just let it roll and do something else. But yeah, Squad, I appreciate that you're keeping everything compressed so efficiently on my hard drive, but that update process, man, you got to do something about that. That is crazy. So that is what's going on. What else is going on? Train Sim World in August will become Train Sim 2020. And I assume that is Dovetail. Moment. I assume that is Dovetail moving toward exactly the same model that they had for the Train Simulator franchise, which is to rename the game every year. Not really change anything, just rename it. And continue selling DLC. Like $500 to $1,000 worth of DLC per year. It is an interesting model. And as a marketing guy, I get it. You know, having Train Sim 2020, it sounds like that's newest and best, right? 2020. It's not even 2020 yet. It's 2019. That's got to be a brand new game. It says 2020 on it. And next year, 2021, and so forth. I got Train Simulator 19. And I had it for about 5 minutes before I deleted it, uninstalled it, got a refund. It looked like an 8-bit game. It looked like a game from, what is it, 2003, I think? 2012? So it's an old game. The Train Simulator franchise, the engine that it runs on, the graphics and everything, it's old. It's very old. And yet, it says Train Simulator 19, and it sounds new. So I assume they're doing the same thing with the TSW franchise. I've already, well, I got the game, and then I've already spent hundreds of dollars on DLC. Now, they are going to bundle things, and that is also something that they do. If you buy Train Sim World now, you get the game and several DLC. I think you'll pay less than I just paid for the game itself. And that can be annoying, but you know what? That's just... every developer does that. Every developer has bundles and sales, so that doesn't bother me. You know, I got the Division for what, $12, I think, $17 or something for the gold copy, the gold deluxe unlimited platinum, and that was full retail on that game. I think even if you buy it now, full retail on that game is like $80 or $90. I got it for 90% off. When they had that super sale. Shoot. I got Assassin's Creed Unity for free when Notre Dame burned down. Everybody did. So you're always going to get games on sale. And that's... I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that aspect of what Dovetail is doing. But I am a little cautious, I guess, is a good word. Because I'm reading some disturbing rumors that their business model is to not put any money into the game itself. They developed it. They brought it over to Unreal. It runs on, correct? Yeah, they updated the franchise from Train Simulator to TSW. They moved it over, rebooted it on Unreal, and now, according to their business model, they're just not going to do anything with it except put a new number on it every year and sell DLC for it. So I'm cautious. At the moment, I still like it. I think it still looks pretty good. It's only a year and a half old. It does have, I'm told, a ton of bugs, but I don't know enough about trains to be able to spot them. Apparently people that are really into trains can spot a lot of these things that need fixed, but I don't spot them. Doesn't bother me at all. So we'll see. And I think most of my settings on the TSW franchise, even though it's not super well optimized, I can run almost everything's on high. A couple things are on ultra or epic or whatever, and that works for me. And when I get my new system, I'll be able to theoretically crank everything to ultra. And I'm told that it doesn't really matter what system you're running, that the game is so poorly optimized that you will never see like massive frame rate no matter what you're running that sim on, that game. Right, that's Train Sim World. What else do I got? The next race sim that I'm looking forward to is WRC 8, which releases in September, not too very long from now. Wow, this is really nice scenery. Beautiful, and we've not been on this part of the map before, so nice to see some new places. Looks really good in DX11. I say that all the time, but it really looks, it's much more immersive than it was, and they have absolutely injected new life into the game. They've really made it look a lot more contemporary, a lot more modern. It doesn't look nearly as dated as it did a couple of months ago. Good on them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Although I'm not spending a lot of time in any rally sim. I have Dirt Rally 2.0, and honestly, I prefer Dirt Rally and Dirt 4 to Dirt Rally 2.0. And I prefer both of them to WRC 7. So I'm not sure that I'm going to spend a lot of time in WRC 8, but of course I'll buy it because I'm just silly that way. What else is going on? In racing, I think maybe I have figured out how to set AI, which is something that I've been struggling with for the longest time. So in the F1 franchise, or F1 2018, which I wouldn't say obsessed with, but I really prefer it to F1 2019. And I suspect I'm just going to play it out, and then I'm going to take a little time off from F1 altogether. And then when I come back into it, I'll jump back into F1 2019. But getting the AI set, so when you start a season, I don't have enough hours in the game. I guess that's the simplest way to say it. I don't have enough hours in the sim to know where to set my AI. So when I start a season in kind of a lower tier car, like the Williams or the Sauber or something, I'm getting my ass handed to me. And I think, wow, clearly I have the AI set too hard. Although I shouldn't be winning because I'm in a Williams or a Sauber. But now I'm in a Red Bull and I'm doing better, but I'm still not winning. I'm just, I get a podium finish, I place fourth, but I'm doing better. So this is what I think I need to do. I think I need to wait until I R&D my car to almost the same level or to exactly the same level as Mercedes and Ferrari. And if at that point all the cars are equal, then I should set the AI so I'm still really having to concentrate, really having to focus and push to get a podium. And I think that'll be about right. And then the same thing would apply in MotoGP 19. Now, here's the difference between the two. MotoGP 19, there is some setup and there is some management involved. But then for the most part, you get on the bike and you ride. In the F1 franchise, the management aspect carries all the way through a race. And it's extra challenging because in the real world, all an F1 driver has to do is drive the car. They've got a team manager and engineers and other people to sort all that other stuff out for them as far as When are you going to come out of a pit stop? Who are you going to come out in front of? Right? All that stuff. What tires are we going to put on? Where's the rain? You got other people handling that for you. In the F1 franchise, concentrating. In the F1 franchise, you have to do all that yourself, and the whole time you have to be driving the car. So it's not like you can pause and think about, when do I want to pit and who's turning this lap, and if I pit now, right? My overcut, my undercut. You have to do all that while you're totally focused on driving the car. It is a handful. It really is. And there's also, so I guess there's three tiers of management. One tier is the immediate term, and that is driving the car on the lap that you're on. And then there's the midterm, which is focusing on strategy for the entire race. And then there's long term, which is focusing on the season. And it's crazy because you can think about, as you're driving, you can think about things like, keeping your fuel mix turned down and short shifting so you're not constantly redlining the engine, because if you do that, it puts more wear on the engine, and you do have to replace the engines during the year. You get a fixed amount from FIA, and if you exceed that amount, you take a grid penalty. So it's one of those things like, if I'm 8 seconds behind somebody with 8 laps to go, it's extremely unlikely that no matter how much I reef on the car, it's extremely unlikely that I'm going to pass that person for the position in this race. So at that point, just turn down the engine, right? And defend. Hold your position. Don't let anybody pass you. And by doing that, you add a little bit of life to the motor. And if you can stretch that motor out for, another race or two, and not have to take a new one, you save yourself 5 grid positions, which is the same as, at some other race, qualifying 5 positions better, right? If you qualify third, you start third rather than starting 8th and having to make up those 5 positions. So this is all the stuff you have to think about. And like I said, as you're trying to figure all this stuff out, you're actually driving a race car at the same time. So it's definitely a lot to think about. And if I do all that stuff just right, then I get a good finish, and that tells me that I have the AI set just about right. Now, when my car R&D's up beyond Mercedes and Ferrari, if I'm winning all the time, then I need to crank the AI a little bit. And if I R&D past them and I'm still not finishing well, then maybe I drop it down a little bit. But I'm approaching 100% on all of my race sims, except for Project Cars, which I've done some reading about. And apparently that is, I knew that real race sim people, almost hit that guardrail. I knew real race sim people really don't like the Project Cars. I guess it's a franchise. There's only 2 of them, but they really don't like Project Cars 2. And there's some various reasons why. I think it's cool. I think it's a very immersive sim. I really, really like it, but a lot of people don't. And, the physics is this, and it's too much like Forza and Gran Turismo, and it's... I didn't really get that. But I learned something about it, and what I learned is the AI has different physics than the car that you're driving. And the AI drivers can actually go faster than the car can go. Like if the car has a top speed of 200 miles an hour, the AI can go like 210. Wait, what? So yeah, it's from one perspective, it is broken AI. And what people say is you need to compensate for that at the highest levels of AI. You need to compensate for that bump in speed with your setup and with your cornering, right? How efficiently and how fast you move through the technical sections. And I think, yeah, okay, I get that. And then from another angle, it's like, no, that's total BS. That is an absolute load of crap. You can't have a car that goes faster than the car can go because the devs can't figure out a way to make the AI efficient in technical sections or whatever. So I'm, there's some things I'm on the fence about. There's other things that I'm not on the fence about. And I'm not on the fence about a car that goes faster than it can go. Like I said, because the devs can't sort out a solution. And so the quick fix is just to OP it on the straights. Nay, I disagree. So that is race sims. What else is going on? So you got your trucks. Oh no, we didn't talk about trucks yet. Road to the Black Sea, still no release date, and I'm beginning to suspect that they simply made the announcement about Road to the Black Sea right about the time that Washington was released. I had the impression that they were going to release both together or at similar times. Clearly not the case, and I'm suspecting now that Road to the Black Sea will be released with the 1.36 patch when that drops in probably another few months. Not a disappointment. I mean, I'm really having fun with pro mods on the ETS side, and I certainly don't feel like I'm missing anything. Just a bit of a, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of a miscommunication. Or I didn't manage my own expectations, because certainly SCS didn't give a release date and then miss it. They never even said when it was going to be released. So still looking forward to that. And also, as I have been, continuing to wonder if there will be a complimentary equipment DLC, as there was with the Washington DLC. So that's what's going on with Truck Sim. And yeah, like I said last week, Pro Mods, looking for a gear here, there we go. Pro Mods dropped, very surprised about that. I'm pleased that the Pro Mods crew was able to get everything ready and good to go so soon after 1.35 was released, and also very pleased that everything just slotted in on the same profile, the same save game, and good to go there. And that's about it for trucks. Yeah, that's about it for trucks. I almost bought, I saw I won't say what truck it is, because if I did, then you'll be able to figure out, you know, the rest. But I did see a truck, and it was a paid truck. And I thought, oh, okay, you know, that's worth it. Sir, ma'am, that's worth it. I get enough free mods, legit free mods from places like the workshop. Not talking about anything dodgy, but I get enough free mods. I can pay for one now and then, and it's still a good deal for me. It's still fair. So I went to the website of this mod maker to buy this mod, and it was so complicated and so confusing and so ridiculous that I just left and didn't buy anything. It really was, it was laughable. And one of the things that it said was, like, you buy credits for our store, and then you use those credits to buy a truck. And there's a couple things I don't like about that. One is, I guarantee you, the amount of credits that I will be able to buy is going to exceed the price of the truck. Ah, this looks interesting. We got a little, you seeing what I'm seeing here? We got a little bit of chicanery. So if we make our turn here,
Then turn left.
all right. So you see what I'm saying? They sell credits in bundles of 20, and a truck is 15. Well, now I got 5 credits. Well, I can't do anything with that. That's not enough to buy anything. Oh, right, I'll just buy more. I'll buy another 20. Now I have 25. I spent 15. Now I have 10. I still can't do anything. Oh, you're jamming me up here. And the other thing that I saw that really kind of turned me off was, you give us your money and we'll get back to you. It could take up to a day. And I thought, yeah, not in 2019.
Arrived at your destination.
Not in 2019. The way it works in 2019 is the instant you have my money, that... You want to back it in there? Let's back it in there. The instant you have my money is the instant I get my stuff. Oh! And that sounds a little ridiculous, you know, that you can't just wait a minute. Maybe it's a one-person operation. No, I'm sorry. It's just not, it's not how it's done anymore. And it's a shame that the world moves so fast now that you have to move that fast to keep up with it, or you just fall behind. But it is also, you know, if you want your payments instantly, then you've got to deliver the product instantly as well. I think that's fair. Oh, one swing. One swing. It's going to be close. I'm going to have to do a little mini jackknife at the end here. We might get it, but you know what? I think it'd be okay though, because oh yeah, if this were real life, that's pretty straight, and the truck is certainly out of the way. It's not going to be interfering with anybody. Right, let's unload and see how we did. I hope we made it on time. I saw that warning a while ago, but it wasn't too long ago. Yeah, we're on time. Beautiful. So we made 10 grand, and we're making our way to level 36. There you go. There you go. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of American Truck Simulator. And we'll see you next time. Take care now.